Welcome to another episode of my playthrough series of Absolute War. Um, this was the German first winter turn of 1941, so that was November, December. Um, well, the most important lesson I learned here is that when you assault a major war aimed city, in this case Moscow, it should be your first attack because in winter, as you can see here, in snow, the light blue square there, you can see that you have a maximum of 4 attack markers. Now, I had a good German force present outside of Moscow, 2 panzer divisions and air support, which resulted in good odds, but in such a, and the result was pretty good. But the defender either had to retreat or take a step loss. Now, there was still a fortress there on top of Moscow, which took the step loss. And since this is a hex and not an area, there's a stacking limit of 1 stack, so it's already there, so you can advance. So what you can do then, and that's actually what the combat results table allowed. Let me show you here. Where is that? Yeah, the A+3, which means that the attacker has 3 or more steps more than the defender. Then this symbol here means that you can repeat the major offensive. So you do need a major offensive marker there then, which was there. And then you can assault again, so thereby gradually grinding down the defenders. But the problem was that I didn't have any attack markers left because I would have had one more, but then I would have destroyed this one and there still would have been a Soviet unit left. So I'm not sure because they will probably simply rebuild them, which I guess is allowed. So I would have needed one more. I already made some attacks previously here in the north, another failed major offensive. This unit also decided to take a step loss instead. It's one of the few Russian units that actually has 2 steps at the beginning of the game. Well, it has one, but I upgraded it on the previous turn because that is allowed. This unit can do that. The Leningrad unit, I had previously upgraded it, as well as this unit here, the Karelian unit, which I moved to the south. Those are the only 2 you can upgrade. This one starts already on its stronger side. Well, reconsidering, I guess I still do only have 1 step, but I'll have to look that up. It might be that that even though it's a stronger side, that they are still eliminated, and maybe they still can't take a step loss. I would have to look it up. Then it would mean that the major offensive did succeed here. Otherwise, they could move in here because it's an area, but it's contested, which means that it's still not German controlled, which means that the major offensive failed, which means that you can't score points for them. Something I also did, I moved in the Finnish unit across the border, thereby cutting off a possible lake supply to Leningrad. Yeah, I haven't done so just yet, but if I take this area, I guess I will. The Finns can't attack any Russian units across the Finnish border, but they can move into unoccupied areas, which is what they did here. So I guess it is pretty important for the Russians to keep at least 1 unit there. I also attacked the Valdai Hills here, which was successful. The Russian unit retreated and got disrupted, and I attacked here in the south. It didn't meet all the conditions, but I used a cart, von Kleist, which allowed me to put a pincer marker, and the attack was successful, so it's now a pocket, so it can possibly score some points as well. I asked it in Board Game Geek, if you attack across the winter line here, it depends on the area you attack into. So I attack into the winter weather, so to speak. So the Russian units did not get the bonus here for crossing the river, which is easier in winter, obviously, because it's frozen. Had it been the other way around, they would have gotten it. They did get the +1 for the winter weather in the zone itself. But anyway, it was a successful attack for the Germans there, and they got a pocket marker there. So again, that could potentially score them some points. To come back to Moscow, perhaps what I could have done if I'd moved my units better during the movement phase. These two were disrupted, by the way, so they couldn't support, and that would have allowed a pincer marker and everything too. But surrounding Moscow is also an option. I could have attacked Tula, and this unit is currently out of supply, so that would have also enabled me to um, move that one to the captured box, which would have scored me points as well as the German player, and perhaps I could have then exploited into this area somehow, thereby surrounding Moscow, which is of course also a great way to to conquer a major fortified city. So that would have been an option as well. I still need to just remember, I still need to update the WSPs. But anyway, the Germans didn't score for any of the major offensives. They did capture a unit, so they will score for that. And yeah, I guess that's about it. Thank you for watching.